Tinde indu dilya sangye rangni pechi dadi nya do de sebe tingmi do kholu jubyo do yimbi yu da kholu jubyo do yina jig do jig na la ya tinde sung ya res ta kanda jigden dana deshin kiba tegun kunjo chöle jungwe ani deshin kibar debe kansa digi ani tu da do kunjo choba da do zumbar chase ya tik dinde chita kholu jubyo pechi do yimbi yu dinde jig na la sangye tinde sung ya res ta penyor de.
So first we're going to talk on the sutras, the discourse of Buddha himself, the points, the quote of that. So the Dasa Bhumika Sutra by Lord Buddha, the Buddha Shakyamuni, he mentioned that Jigden, as a Jigden Dana, Deshin Kiba, Degun Kunjo Chole Chungwe, Deve Deshin Kiba Debe, Kunjo Chola Tatu Zuncha. What does that really mean? I can't quote that because I haven't got the quote of that. So, but I will going to explain this in a in a way that how much I can. So what does that really mean is whatever the fortune that you have in your life, it is the consequences of the merits that you earned before in your past. So if you wish to have more fortune, must do more altruistic offering, practice the meritorious offering practice to the meritorious beings, towards the meritorious beings. What does that the sutra, what does that mean is like that.
Tadi nibadi ta thanda nga chebe penyon katuliya reswa ngani ta chebe penyon di tinde kholu chebe de pechi de yimbi yu tinde chiche an tenju kan ya gese chimbu shiwa la ge ani junju na la ya ke chimbu cheche ta nganda 양라 동버디 마트 윤도 좀 아니 최변 양라디 되게 준주 리우니버 임버 리우니베 우주 윤도 좀 봐. 근데 주바 린진쌤도 송아 자외 치르스 티신식 반남다 담배 아니 산제 테마베 봐 가서 산다디리 다딩에 세버지 봐 탕도 두미도 간다. 아니 매도하다 아니 비게 직된나 예배다 추장마다 이동원와 되게 참말로다 딘데기 되게 참말로 아니 비게 지기 rinjingi chanjugu sem geyaga enibe chedo eni tindis dijinshik bada DSL pyugu yosya da liwnyebe gwana ma töngu res kungru tinde jwa res da penyendi.
So we have already discussed about the base, the origin, how the offering is important, and so the Buddha has already mentioned this in his discourse. Now we are going to talk on the Shastras with the commentaries, and the inner commentaries, for example, like the guide to the Bodhisattva way of life by the Master Shantideva. What he mentioned in his commentary is has already mentioned by the in a Tibetan Rinjen Semde Semde Songwa Chawe Chi Tishin Sheba Namdang Tambe Chu Kunjo Tima Medang Sangye Se Yunden Gyaso Namla Legbar Chus. What does that means is the quote of that is, in order to achieve that precious mind, I offer now to the Tathagatas or to the Buddhas, to the sacred Dharma and the standless jewels, and to the sons of Buddhas and the oceans of excellence. What does that mean is, and also he mentioned this is something that the beneficials that you gain from the doing offerings, and what kind of offerings the offerings that we can do. It's mentioned there is medo debu jingi yobatang mengi namba kanda yobatang jigden rinjen jingi yobatang chuzang yidongwa jiyotangs. This one stanza, what does that mean is, whatever the flowers, the quote of that, whatever the flowers and the fruits there are, and whatever the kinds of medicines, whatever the jewel exist in this world, and whatever the clean refreshments, refreshing waters, those are the things that Master Shantideva mentioned in his commentaries that we can offer towards the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
다 딘데 이도 좀 봐다 쳬베 평연도 원데 요레스 다 쳬베레 안다 sabje somebody can do is 쳬베 야와디 시거다 다 쳬베 야와디라 사제니도 거는 시인스라바 sabje니르 시베네다 상생게 쳬바단 두베 쳬바스.
So, and also this is my own kind of like my own footnote. And also Buddha mentioned, Buddha said that the benefits of creating a beautiful altar and making offering are immeasurable. Our wishes become fulfilled and our fears end. So this is a very important footnote that I for my own experience, that I think that I should express this in this video.
다 어디 이도 담바 아니 다 산다 디르바 카레 쳬베 야와데 상생게 쳬바다 두베 쳬바제다 상생게 쳬바 코란라야 아니 녜베 쳬바다 쿠르디 쳬바 니셰그레스.
So now we are going to we finished the second point, that what are the beneficials there. So now we are going towards the actual understanding of the offerings, that how many categories are there in our offerings. So what kind of offerings that we can do towards the noble beings and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So we will discuss on it.
아니 녜베 쳬바다 쿠르디 쳬바 니시도 녜베 쳬바스 인데 카레 쿠르디 쳬바스 인데 카레 슈비나 녜베 쳬바스 야디 아니 칸데제스나 다 데레다 나란조 사와다 짜와 릭탐제다 메도 베게 릭 카리네 야보 아니 추장마 이도와 다 준주 나소모는 시 나란조 밀리아 살로야게 아니 사와다 동에 릭 카리 임베 차마 쳬발 두그레스 대야 아니 다고 송와다 모송와 베릴리케베 메도로 소바데도 카리네 아니 쳬병고다 상승의 쳬병고 두그레스.
So like when we talk on the kinds of offering that we can do, it's it's a two different kinds. One is offering to the mental factors, and although the outer act towards the all noble beings, the physical or mental material material things, that how we can do offerings. And one another is, and then in Tibetan we call dubecho, but what does that mean? Is offering to accomplish or generate in your mind through your spiritual masters. These are the two different types of offerings that we are going to discuss on. The first are the offerings that we are going to talk in the first one is the two categories of the offerings, that mental factors that we talked. The tools that they are offering of physical actions and offering from material things. So the material things, that if we talk on the material things, how we can offer, what the object that we can offer is the that we are going to discuss now.
다 된다 안조 사와다 상승의 처바 된지 표기도 담바 아니 상승들 녜베 처바다 와 녜베 처바다 구디 처바 니요바 다 녜베 처바 디날 아니 된다 사와다 자베 릭디게 카 표기도 담바다 개체슈디 처바표나 아니 처바표서 유디 녜부 중장 안조 손놈 사야다 편연다 된다 망고지 연구 여러 봐스 다 나란조 처바표 유도 담바 또 처바표서 유디 처바디 유녜버 집에 탑 인사 처바표야게 아니 규디 아니 비게 야고시 구구요 레스 두 야고치 구구요 레스다 뷰타고치.
So when we talk on the material offerings towards the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, so there is it's kind of the understanding that the quality does really matter. The quality, what quality you offer to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So we are going to discuss on the quality of the offerings now.
근데 인도 아니다 셔바드야 아니 디 가르서 거라서는 규제 컨데스 다 규뷰 타고 컨데스 거라서나 아니 나란조가 비게 처바 디난 조르조나는 셰 유도도 봐 처바 요메 봐 꼬바 제버 샤바스 숭요레스.
So the quality, as I mentioned before, the qualities, it's like when we do offerings, whatever the materials that you do offering, if the materials, those materials is not with the, it is from the, wrong livelihood. For example, like stealing, killing, and kind of like taking other property or things, and then you do offer towards the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, that is not the correct offering. So that's why the offering has to be with the pure pure livelihood, the right livelihood, so that Buddha and the Bodhisattvas can rejoice. They can revise your offering towards as a something that enjoyable.
choba yome ba ko ba zabar shamba se ya da khanda da yo dil ya da ngara zo ke chi da khanda choba pyu de pyu de de toba cheba la pya ga choba di ani choba pya ga da bige ji ngo bo de 야 pya ngo ru ji imbe yin ne ya da bige ji lo so da man de bu gu gu res da 가서 와서는 유요 로소 다 만져 고 그랬어.
So as I mentioned before, the livelihood, the wrong livelihood, because of the wrong livelihood and because of your wrong, the source. If you offer those objects towards the Buddha and Bodhisattva, then it is not the correct or right, not the right offering that you are doing.
이다 로소도 만들어서는 가르서나 첩의 피야가 빼샤로 비게 지금 매도 뉴별로 소바 시세 뉴별로 소바 추르지면은 피야가 윤조저면은 추도 요구고 요바 인자 디기 림바디 아니 비게 밀로 온유시안이 디 소바다 아니 배 꾸마구별로 소바 딘데기 아니 규제 마인게 지 베스팀다 튠베 당 지금 쌍마주고 그래서 빼샤디.
So when we talk on the livelihood, as I mentioned before, stealings and bullying others and robbing others and killing the animals and then you earn something, and then those livelihood, because we have doing those livelihood, and then if you offer because of the source, the object or the things that source has a source of this kind of livelihood, then this is not the right offering that you do towards the Buddha and Bodhisattvas.
근데 인도 잠바 디 개체벌 해서 이따 가서 그래 급제도 로저도 만져 봐. 근데 인도 다 디야 안가라 팬 콩으로 지 나라 매지 통배 지금 나로 콩으로 전에 근데 요레스 빼나서 나라도 쳐봐도 로저도 대베는 쳐봐서 유도 또 기가 요 말레스 빼나 아니 까담베 기시 보도 왔어야 지금 다 비게 년다 전부 요레스 콩기 아니 쳐봐고로 수군유도 잠바 아니 디레 수군 요레스다 부이下当 니를选서야 지 특직이 요레스다. 디 나네다 부이下当사야도 최벽으로 시행이 어려스. 디 근데 시행으로서는 빼나 아니 파만니가 제부 시부주여서 부구 자체부 시부지야 부주여버이나 아니 민산 셴버지기 부디 세제 아니 칼라 쇠제 파만니 깨다지 결혼 부디 아니 세베 디샤디 아니 결혼에 샬라 등구였으나 파만니디 아니 부구 세베 샤디 아니 파만니 가보다 연구를 해서 도대체 연구 말어 왔다. 디너시 아니 지금 로조단 대den게 처벌 표위나 처벌 표서 유대 톡 기가 말이었어. 디 매개비는 처벌 고추고 말이었어.
So why we are keep saying the the wrong livelihood, because when you offer something with the something, the materials towards the Buddha, and with wrong source, the wrong kind of like killing and stealing, all those physical all those wrong livelihood, then whom you are offering towards Buddha and Bodhisattvas, their nature and whatever you are doing is totally contrary. So that's why they don't rejoice, they don't revise on it. So when he record about one very a good example of it. It's a Kadamba, the Kadamba Geshe, Geshe Potowa. He is a master of Kadamba master, whose name is Geshe Potowa. He mentioned in his, in his commentaries that he said in Tibetan, Puisha Dangila Shön. It does means is Puisha means the meat of your one and only son, and Nila Shön means you are riding in a two different running horse, and then how can you manage all those things? So we are going to discuss on this, that how it should not be like that to do. By if you are doing offerings, your actions and your motivations should not be like that. That we are going to talk on now.
And today you do some tadi and kara gyuyodi anyone they can long the mandebe that contented res tadi nane kechedi ta gudi dinde lozo the mandebe sound of masse kuno de ya debu cheba pube tusu ju lozo the mandeba masse debu cheba pube kapsu in ya kuno jiden chuge the mandebe the keche res.
So now when we talk on the quote that flesh, the meat of your one and only son, what does that really means is, if you welcome someone, your guest of honor, and then for that person, if you are offering two parents, father and mother, if you are offering their one and only son meet towards them, and with a very honorable way to them, do they eat? Do they rejoice? No, they can't, because this is something that for them it is the most beloved one, the son, the one and only son. So they can't rejoice, they can't take revise on it. So if you do in a wrong livelihood, and if you offer all those the sources, the object of sources like this kind of wrong sources, then Buddhas and Bodhisattvas like same, they can't rejoice that, they can't revise on it, because this is something very totally different from their nature, totally different from what they what they aim on, what they project to. So this is the something that we are talk on the material of non-deceit origin, that it is. And so when we talk on the two how you can do like all those things, and then there is a two different point. One is material of non-deceit origin, and also the the motivations of non-deceit origin. And so this is the matter of non-deceit origin. So you shouldn't do that, you must not do that. So to offer something, there has some whatever materials that you offer, it mustn't source, it must not have a source of wrong livelihood.
다 디두자바 지된 체계에서 야다 카레에서 디두자바 아니 먼저 연저 피네다 체미 피네다 메도 피네다 아니 지 지된 kim바지비나 아니 지기 소소고 비게 지 미케 첨부된데 리두자바 믹서기 다 코쳐바 야고 피구도 쓰그래 그 지기 미 갈아야 쳐바 피게를 장아 쳐바 야고지리 코군조로 쳐바 피게미 야고지리 된데 쓰그리 쌈쌈게 땀된데 되니체네 아니 지기 된데 쳐바 야 개버지 피비나 미변에 미케 첨부된데 리인도 쳐베데 개버지 피비틱 된데 닝구르다 냐다가 삼로 된데 총이나 아니 쳐바도 돌아도 사브레 지된 슈기 고론을 해 슈그레 디토 기그 마레스 쳐바 피세 디기요 마레스 고논디.
So now the second thing is the motivations. The motivations that you create when you do offerings. What kind of motivation that you have to have while you do offerings. So when we talk on it, if you are offering something towards your Buddha and Bodhisattvas with a deceit motivations. For example, like a worldly concern thing, that you are not offering this these things, this object towards, not towards the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. You are offering this towards someone that you feel that advantage. You try to get the your own purpose, the whatever purpose that you have. So this is not the right way to do offering, in a way of doing offering in your own motivations.
Penasta tabo rabdu chungwa jimbe yina ya chozo rubu jina rabdu chungwa ji yina ya chozo dina le jinda rubu jibe mi ke chenpu ji jinda chenpu dinde le dinde yindu en dina taba digi en darin jinda yungu ari ji nga zu ji mi ke chenpu yungu ari lama pigo ari jinda pigo ari chene namgyu le lhage pe tima shingbu pa chebe dindu manga pi ane junjo dindu manga pi dinde chena taba digi dinde chebe yina ya ane kor hel shubure jiden choge drebere kunjo tu gigi mare chebe di pemado cha res.
For example, why I'm saying this, because for example, you can take one example like a monks here in our monasteries. If we have like a very special guest, like the very special sponsor or very special friends coming to your home or to your room, and usually you don't do offering very well, but at that day you are doing very special things. You are lighting the candles, you are lighting the beautiful very nice smell incense and perfumes and all those. You are decorated with the very good altars. This is not the good thing that you should do, because whatever you are doing is you are doing offering towards the Buddha and Bodhisattva, not someone who comes, the very special guest, and then for those worldly concern you do different offerings, you do in a wrong motivation. Then this is something not the good the right offering that you are doing.
ta dinde yindu zambata shebe di kunung kadula ya ta de peji shundu chungus tangi gyudi kadula bodowe lo gyudi shubi yin ta tando choba yom koba zebra shabati yodi ta kunung yodi kadula ni kechembu shibjiru kunung di ngazu kara nangbe chede semgo tone chegu yundu kunung di kechembu res di ene lo gyuru shubi yin ta ngazu yang kadambe gewe shingi gishi bengonje se ya jo res ta gishi bengonje se ya di ani koran ta cho kyoburu che dinde shushungye je resas.
So I forgot the last translation that I want to do it again. So the main thing when we talk on the motivations, so if your motivations offering towards the meritorious beings or Buddhas and Bodhisattva is to fulfill your selfish attachment, only then it is not the not the right way to motivate while offerings. Not with the it is something that you are going with the worldly concern. So now Geshe said that to understand this very clearly, we are going to give a very good example that he recorded in his mind, that about Geshe Benkungen. So we are going to discuss on it.
Ani Geshe Benkungen ani Geshe Benkungen khona kadam be Geshe Benkungen ani the nimachi ani khorang jindadi ani khorang da nega shadi nale ani kharang thuga yungu yins ani jindadi khorang thuga yungu yins labres di indu da Geshe gi ani khorang kyobro sonza ani di tirin jinda yundu zamba ani cheba dinzo namgyu de membe cheba yago ji sha ani yunjo du pe chema shimbu du pu je kunjo cheba da deri jinda le indu zamba cheba yago ju pu dinde yago ju cheba yina ani ngale ya nyinguru to za ragre sam khorang kunu dinde cheja da jinda le indu sabsa chana an ko cheba yago du ko cheba yago pu du dinde ji dinde kunu ji da khorang la ya nyinguru rawa ju chungje ani dinde sta kanda cheba yago ju jinda di ngol de ne khorang cheba ju pu res.
So the Geshe Benkungen is a very what we call very gratitude Geshe, in a very inspired Geshe by many of the followers. So he's a very simple practitioner, and very he's a very simple life life that he lived in his all entire life. And what he is special is whatever he feel and whatever he did something wrong with his body, speech and mind, he in that that moment he tried to change it and try to convert that into a meritorious, if it is the bad deeds or not unskillful deeds. So this Geshe is very honorable, very gratitude towards the followers, many of their his followers in that particular time of when he was here in Tibet and there in Tibet. So what he does is his livelihood was totally different. What he does is, in a moment he did something wrong, he tried to change it. So for this basis, we are going to give one very good example of Geshe Benkunken in this way.
Tinde indu ane jinda de la gude res khorange ta jinda da ma le za la khorang ya ji khandon ru cheje khorang shuse kan la samlo stanje ane khorang samlo sta indu zamba ane ji khorang chöba de ge pya de ge da de ge kunun le ya khorang kunun le ya ta che chen indu zamba ane khorang kunun de kyen shoba ha khobar res ya nye tere kunjo lo chöba pyu mindu ngarang jinda di 지금 라와지 겹제 코 가르 지금 지금 연구 지금서 코 진단 연구 제시하면도 군조 처벌 표현도 nhập 처벌 표현이 꾸르르 껴셔샤 띵가 처벌이 야고 레면도 전 코나 남사 텐시 된전 소소 처벌이 지된 쪽에 껴셔 하고네 코나 메당사게 별리는 메당게 탈라 탑나를 친지는 과대 탈라 바라가 제지는 처벌되게 되가 쉬어데 이게 지된 쪽에 삼는 녀베들 해 주셔서 지된 쪽에 하는 게 칼 탈라답스 처벌간에 탈라 쉬어샤르스.
So what he does is actually at that time he was waiting his guest of honor, the sponsor of him, in his room, and with a very decorated offerings that he did it. And just after a moment he thought that, what am I doing like that? Why? Because he usually don't do this kind of offering, the very decorated one. And then he thought that, oh, my motivation, that I am giving the wrong motivations, that I should not do it. And so at the moment he tried to change it. So what he does is, before the guest of honor, the sponsor of him, come inside his room, he thought that this is something that I'm doing with my own worldly concern. So the decoration, the beautiful decoration that he decorated there to offerings towards the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in his own altar, and he thought that this is not the good one, that my motivation is wrong. So in a Tibet, you can in that earlier time we do a fire wood fire that to cook the food like that. And so there's ashes there, the ashes of the woods, and so he take some amount of ashes and throw the decorations that he did very what we call very, he did with a very hard work to decorate this, to show his the sponsor, the welcoming, the guest of honor. So he throw it up, and then it become very dust inside his room. And when the sponsor, the actual the guest of honor, when he comes inside, it was like a full dust, and he was like, this is my motivation, the wrong motivation, that I am doing this. So this is for my wrong motivation, he said. The sponsor is, he feel the sponsor that he is who is coming inside his room, they felt like, Wow, what happened? So because this is all because the wrong motivation that he, at that time he tried to offer this. He tried to decorate the altars and the offering towards the Bodhisattvas to show with a worldly concern to his sponsor. So he, at the moment, he tried to stop it. This is how the Geshe Benkunken it is in his own nature.
What the Koran be Mississippi and Jidan Chugelia and the Captain of John was the Chumati Yawaris.
So now we feel that, according to the Geshe, he said that it is something that we should do, because once you have, we all are sentient beings, we all have attachments, we all have something that selfish attachments that we want to, to show something to others, there's something that is very special for you. So he did it totally the contrary, because once he has this kind of worldly concern, on that spot he tried to stop it. He tried to seize that to have the experience that in the future he will not going to do that again.
Today 당 나도 단다 셰야게 아니 첩어 피베가 아니 규 아니 첩어 피야게 다 규디다 로조다 마제베지다 첩어 피베 제부 첩어 피베가 아니 꾼로다 아니 첩어 피야 규니디 타바지 네바르도 아니 디데디 까담베 아니 기시디도 게 참고셔야 되는 거요래 만조이네 원 니니 돌이야 아니 섭사 차고레스다.
So like once you do offering, you do offering with especially the material things, so that the precious things that you that you offer towards your Buddha and Bodhisattvas, and the motivations there. These are the two main thing, that you should have right motivations and then right materials things that you are offering towards the Buddha.
다 되는 아니 첩에 야워로 드레스레스다 니 모두 다 디르레로도다야 니베 첩바당 꾸르디 첩어서요 봐다 꾸르디 첩어서야 다 가래야서도 마다 첩어 표현이 류기 아니 차차와 아니 나기 아니 산제가 연된 줘야 아니 이게 대바지다 룽아 이어숨고 비게 차차야다 꼬록꼬야 되게디 나주고 꾸르디 첩어레스.
So now as I Kurdi Chobadra again. So now we are going to talk on offering from physical actions. So offering from physical actions, and then how can we do offerings with physicals? By doing like prostrations, by doing circumambulations. Those are the things that we do offering towards the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. So we are going to discuss on the prostrations, how we do towards the Buddha and Bodhisattvas.
다 디르자마다 류기 차차야 걸때 죽인스러와 달래 야란 디르 쳔모고 쳔제 단다 차차야 꾸디 쳐버려서 와스 다 차차도 좀 컨데스레스는 좀 맞다 차들이야 장자요리 꿈자요리 아니 디르스 쳔네 장자 꿈자 켜는 표모투냐 로 양과 시비들이 있네 아니 디르스네 그게 구두 잡이네 디좀 전에 차 두그레스 안지다네 차서야 돼 가려서네 고숨기 구배 뒤배 수리에 차서야 돼 고숨 구배 구셔 지야들 차서 그랬어 첼스나 구셔 전에 캐랑 도쿄 연대는 하나나로지 첼스 차 첼스게 고등으로 된대리었어.
The prostration, what does that means is prostrations is our physical expression of respect and humility towards the higher beings. It is also way of clearing your negative karma of your body, speech and mind. So that we do prostrations, and there is two different types of prostration that we can do. One is half prostration, one is full prostrations.
디레지도 마다 차스도 좀 아니 데 도마 야도스 야 란제 아니 도스 우쿠간데다 드르스 첸 고이키데 도식샤 비카레스도 좀마다 안도 산계게 천상부 숨주성이 있으니 저러와스 천상 난게다 조 죽도디 깔락하고 싶지 저거래 손놈 소망고 자야 근데 이거는 그 지부도 저도 독사야 돼 산계 죽도 두배 아니 누버지다 간다 파자 샤고요래 손놈 소치 독스 고지대차 는 드벌 투고레스 예버디 드벌 투유도 좀 산계 송 참배야 송양 양랑 죽주고 딘데게 비게다 손놈 소치다 파자 샤고레스 아니 투디 대 투데 나마 탐제게 베이시 온 딘데지게 다 두비야게 아니 비게 소사야 체도 아니 딘데스 내숨 투고레스 지부 담바닝가.
So like prostration, how can we do is first we do as Geshe said that you this two hand you just hold like that, as this kind of like that, like Arya Avalokiteshvara holding a precious stone in his hand like that, and then like that you are holding, and this represent the the method, and this represent the wisdoms, and method and wisdom by having together, and then we can achieve the Buddhahood, we can achieve the mind of omniscient. So by doing that, and what we do is we just try to hold this to the crown of your head, crown of your head. That what it represents is that it represents that the wisdom bomb of Buddha, that you can achieve the wisdom bomb of Buddha, which is very precious, which is something that only because of your many meritorious actions and many eons of your meritorious actions, and then you can receive, you can have this. So that's why the wisdom bomb that you are doing this in the crown, and then to the throat. It's when you put it in your throat, just next to your throat, it means the precious sound of the divine beings Burma, that how the precious is there, like that you are try to imagine this. And then to your heart. The heart is like you are with the motivations, the feeling that you can achieve the omniscient mind, the mind of awakened, mind of enlightened, mind of mind of every meritorious that you have. It's like a omniscient mind. So you have to think like that while you hold this, that the crown, throat, and heart.
What the this thing that the any bema that in this target to Thubten share me Ravada, Thubten share of Sungjigita, Tapshi Sungjigi Tones, Lagotus Tamujanda, Jeres Novuzimbe Chagi Channel Vada, Tapshi Sungji Jebe Tone, any Jibu Jimba Yinga Shan Yuzamba, any Rangi, any Gosumgi Tima Patani, Lunga Yusum Gada. Rangi lunga yisumgi ani dibadi pa taje ani sangye bige suguda chugu duyaga da pege sonom soji saguyo paja jeguyo sam chegures kada matak becha nga yisumgi matak becha dige paseni ani sangye gi da tapshi sungjegi nyamne le tene dide lagbo dingi tapshi sungdu debe nyamne tene ani suguda chugu thamba an tobiyaga dinde da paja da ani dinde ji nubachi shaguyo sam ani kada cha chegures.
So as I mentioned before, like this, that, and this, what does it is the Arya Avalokiteshvara, how he hold the precious stones, precious stone in his hand. So as I mentioned before, the one is the wisdom, one is the method. By combining the wisdom and method, and you can achieve the nature truth of body and wisdom truth of body of Buddha. So this is how you can do how you can hold your thumbs.
차체에 내가서 있느냐 소소 주고 차체가 뭐임비 로와를 도 선장 탐제 미 넘버 젠지 소소를 써네 아니 로와를 도 선장 탐제기 차님도 체위 삼제 샘기가 심부 충분이나 아니 소소 차직 체비네 샘기가 심비 겨울랍 참부 서거레스 냥님도 차체 소소님도 타고려야 배 선장 탐제 체위 삼산지 샤오레스.
So like not the motivation that you must create, you should create is not only you are prostrating towards the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, but you are in front, but with the feelings, the motivation that the pure motivation that all the sentient beings that within your body, speech and mind, and once you prostrate, and then all the sentient beings prostrating in that moment together, and the merits that you earn, it can flourish towards all the sentient beings. That if you have this kind of motivation, then your prostration is become very immense, powerful.
어려송아 따디 아니 가다 차 세두 좀 샘지 심베체 차세 따페지
장자 kum자
띵대 세상인 봐
시마선
차 들리지단 당긴네 따 장자 세 여러 kum자 여레스 차 아니 대기년에 세사르디 장자제 kum자제 아니 소소 야라 모퉁이네 수수 구두전에 라가 탐어자는 차용고 두고 여레스다 어디 차리야다 망고 여레스.
So in the as I mentioned before, the the full prostrations and the half prostrations, and we can't demonstrate now how it should be like in a way of doing the physical prostration. So if you are not in a good physical condition, just only like holding your hands like this, like the Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva holding precious gems, like how it represents, and then towards the Buddha and Bodhisattvas, if you bow down like that, it can also represent the prostration that you are doing if you are in a physical challenge.